What up, YouTube? So I just wanted to do this video because it's not to bring up the past. It's not to bring up the past in a bad way or to cause any drama. It's just me deep in thought, sharing a story about some failed friendships I had and how I feel now, knowing what I know now that I may have not known before. So, I had two friends who were Virgos, and I don't know if this is all Virgo people. I don't think so, but I guess it's just how you deal with certain people. Now, family is one thing, but when it's like someone that's not your family, like a friend or something, whether it's somebody you know in person or whatever, I don't know. Like, I guess it's different. So anyway, I was just sitting here thinking to myself, and like I said, I had two friendships. Y'all already know. Back in and the crazy thing about it is I think they know because I met my cousin baby father, my cousin Celia baby father, Rich. He's a Virgo. He's a September Virgo. I think his birthday is September 14th, if I'm not mistaken. No. Anyway, whenever their birthdays are, they September Virgos, both old friends of mine. So my cousin, like I said, my cousin baby father, his birthday is in September, and then my old friend Danny, his birthday is in September. So I met Rich in 2015. I believe I met Danny online in 2016. And the crazy thing about it is certain stuff used to happen, and I used to always be telling Danny like, "Damn, you remind me of my cousin and her baby father," because he'll go through stuff with the women he was seeing that kind of remind me of what I seen when I was around my cousin Talia and her baby father Rich. And I say that all the time, but the crazy thing about it is I used to always say like I don't want to meet Danny and our friendship put me in the same situation that I was in when I was in Delaware. I didn't want that to happen. And we used to always talk about maybe one day meeting each other and hanging out and doing a podcast together and doing stuff together. But he went from New York to Virginia, and now I believe he's still in PA. But then that stuff started happening. I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to meet him in person yet because if we could barely get along through online, I don't want to be in be in your household and things don't go right. But we always talk about like, dang, we should do a podcast together. We should do this. We should do that. We will always talk about it. Anyway, so it's crazy because in the beginning, everything be good. Like y'all the best of friends. No matter what y'all got going on, you could be going through some crazy stuff in your life. They could be going through crazy stuff in their life. And in the beginning, y'all be good. Y'all talk it out. Y'all can talk all day, talk all night, have deep conversations, and everything be good. But then it seemed like after a while, stuff started changing. Y'all start arguing, maybe fighting, stop talking to each other for a long time, and then out of nowhere, y'all start talking to each other, hoping and praying that y'all don't have another argument or anything like that. And then as soon as you think everything going good, boom, here go another disagreement. Here go another argument. And y'all be fussing at each other, calling each other out each other names and stuff like that. Then come to find out, it's over stupid stuff. And then not just that, you get to feeling like this person is trying to act like they your father, and it's like it's they way or the highway. They get to talking to you crazy, feeling like they control you, feeling like that they so tough that you can't beat them, shit like that. And like it's really got irritating. But me, I'm the type of person where I kept on forgiving and forgiving and forgiving and forgiving and forgiving. And the more I forgave, the worse it got. And this is with both friendships, with Rich and Danny. The only difference is with my cousin baby father Rich, I'm at your house. And my cousin, me and her got into it multiple times. And most of it was because of our own stuff. We probably disagreed on something. But after a while we make up. But with him, he get to a point where he play too fucking much. And he don't know when to stop. And it's to the point where it's like, let's just say, he could call you out your name, say slick stuff that you already told him make you uncomfortable. He could do whatever he want. And then when he see you get mad, oh, I'm just playing. It's not that serious. You always get mad over me just playing. Then he try to hit you with the if I ain't play with you like that, that meant I don't love you. I'm like, I don't want to hear that bullshit. At the end of the day, you don't want me calling you out your name, calling you like he ain't want people calling him retarded or picking on him because he's speech impaired or he was legally deaf. But you could make comments about people's sexuality and think they're not supposed to get offended. And that's literally the stuff that he would do. I'm not going to dig too deep in it, but there was one time we was all sitting in the dining room, and I'm on the laptop watching YouTube videos. And I said I was Western. I mean, I was watching Messi Maya, and y'all know in New Orleans, all they do is be twerking and stuff like that. So he was mad. I mean, I don't know if he was mad, but he walked past and had the audacity to ask me, why am I watching a bunch of guys twerking with girls? So I said, at the end of the day, you see me dancing around with Talia all the goddamn time. So I don't know why you questioning me because now I'm over here watching the video and you just so happen to see some guys dancing the same way I dance. You don't say shit when I be dancing, but now you got so much to say all because of a video I'm watching. So we got into an argument. Like he said a lot of crazy shit. There's times where we'd go to the mall, like we used to go to the mall, and it'd be some girls in there, and he don't give a fuck if he got a girlfriend or not. He used to be looking at girls all the goddamn time when he is with my cousin, and furthermore, so he used to see some girls walking by, and he'd be pointing to me, like, I mean, or he'd tap me on my shoulder or my arm or something, and by ain't she cute or something like that. And I'm like, yeah, she all right, but at the end of the day, you already know I like what I like. So I don't know why, I don't know what you trying to do, but please don't embarrass me in this mall. He'll talk about some, he'll keep on playing around, shouting, "Oh, my cuz trying to talk to you." I'm like, first of all, if I went that way, I have no problem talking to people. I'm a people person. I like making friends. But at the end of the day, like I said, first of all, why would you sit here? Number one, I got a whole wig on. Majority of the time we went out, we went places. I'm I'm dressed as how I want to dress. Sometimes, like I got a wig on, my facial hair shaved, eyebrow done, my nails might be done, but I'm dressed in male clothing. Sometimes I don't feel like putting a wig on. I'd be dressed as my regular self. I'm like sometimes I'm this way, sometimes I'm that way. And this is just back in 2016 and 2017. Why are you sitting here trying to get girls to steer my way if I already told you that's not my thing? I don't want to talk to none of these girls in the mall. I don't want to even talk to the boys in the mall. I don't want to talk to nobody. I'm just out here chilling. We having fun. We walking around window shopping because ain't none of us got no money. And that's that. If you wanted to be a goddamn asshole and to be embarrassing, I could have stayed in the car. And that's just an example of stuff that I had to go through. Now, as for my friendship with Danny, um, like I said, we never met in person. We just talk on, like, at first it was you now. Then we'd talk on like Facebook Messenger. Um we try other apps throughout our friendship. We tried Unel, Tango, many other apps. Skype, just different stuff. And our like not between us two, but the friendship started off rocky because he was going through his own personal stuff with his wife at the time, and like in the beginning everything was fine. Then they started going through their own personal stuff, and him seeing me as a friend because he felt like he ain't had nobody else to talk to. Him seeing me as a friend, every time him and her go through something, he'd call me. I never, like, out of our friendship, I don't think I ever called him except for like if he called me and I'm calling him back. I will always let him call me. I don't think I ever reached out to him first. Well, calling wise, now I might text him, but calling wise, no, I will always let him call me. But from what I remember, we never had no problems in the beginning. I think his wife was jealous of our friendship, and when they used to go at it, and he used to call me and ignore her, she started taking shots at my sexuality and trying to make it seem like me and him was in some type of sneaky cyber relationship or something like that. And there were times where I never said anything about her, but I would always hear her in the background talking shit about me and him, or she'd be on the phone with her mom, and I overheard it. So I questioned. I'm like, I thought we was cool or whatever, and you had no problems with me. So why every time you and him get into it, you sitting over here talking shit about me, or he telling me that you talking shit about me? So she like he lying. I don't know why. I don't know why you believe in him. I never said anything about you, so I left it alone. And I'm like, all right, everything went fine. I'm liking her pictures on Facebook, showing her love, stuff like that. We cool, or so I thought. They on you now broadcast and she asking for my advice with outfits, like what to put on, how to style her hair, what shoes to put on, and I'm helping her out. But every time they get into it, here she go bashing me. And I'm just looking at like this made no sense. Then he'll go to sleep or whatever. And we was friends on Facebook. So he'll go to sleep and she'll be on his page talk about some hey big head, wifey hack hubby page. And I'm just in my head like, why is she doing this? You act like I'm a damn female trying to take your man or something. You ain't have all this heart for them fucking females on you now or any of these other apps. But you're over here talking shit and starting problems because you jealous of our friendship. And every time you and him get into it, which I have nothing to do with, you gay bashing and talking shit. So it got to a point where we was on you now one time. No, was we on you now? No, we wasn't on you now. We was talking on the phone, I think. And they was going through their own personal stuff and I'm on the phone with him. They arguing and I'm like and I'm trying to be her friend. I'm like, calm down because you know how those people are. If y'all too loud, they gonna call the cops. But she in the background, shut the fuck up. Don't tell me what to do, you faggot. La la la. Talk about some maybe we should be together and suck each other off and all this other crazy shit. So they was arguing and she ended up calling her mom, I guess, because she wanted to leave and take her and her daughter to wherever her mom was at. So we had an argument because the mom saying that me and Denny was on the phone. So she's asking Denny like, why are you allowing your friends and your people to disrespect my daughter and call her out her name? So he like, well, I got my friend on the phone. Do you want him to explain to you what's been going on and why he feel the way he feel? So he ended up allowing me to talk to the mom for the first time. And as I'm trying to be nice because I don't know her, I'm trying to be nice and explain everything that was going on. Of course, the daughters or the wife is in the background, still call me out my name, tell me to shut up, still falsely accusing me and her husband of performing oral on each other and all types of shit. So I eventually snapped out. She tried to get him to hang up the phone, hitting him, shit like that. They separated for a while. Then eventually she came back. Now it's to the point where she blocked me off all his social media, and he ain't talked to me in a while. And I'm like, well, damn, I thought we was friends. He eventually reaches out, talk about. Well, he reaches out, and anyway, what had happened was he felt like he got to be sneaky and hide in other rooms or hide in the bathroom and talk to me because when she around, she found out they talking to me. Now he got to hang up. They separate. He moves from where he is at, moves somewhere else. We back to being cool and talking. But now the whole vibe is different. Now he's with family, and it's gotten to a point where you're allowing your family or whoever you're around to say certain stuff and be disrespectful. Your nephew, who's a teenager, yeah, I understand that y'all got a close bond or whatever the case may be, and you let him say certain stuff or curse or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, I'm a grown ass man. And if I don't let my cousins who I was living with at the time disrespect you or call you out your name or say certain stuff, then I deserve the same respect. But of course, now he want to play tough. Now me and him arguing. It's getting to the point where like it was just crazy. Then eventually I started dating my ex, and we arguing about that because now he felt I guess he felt like I wasn't giving him as much attention as I used to before I started dating. Now he's saying slick shit that he knows is going to bother me and get on my nerves. Now we arguing. Then eventually, after 5 months, I wasn't dating no more. Um, it just got to the point where stuff was just different. Like sometimes we cool, we could talk all day and night, be chilling, be homies, and then just out of nowhere, a conversation would happen, and shit would just hit the fan. I remember one time he got mad over Bobby Valentino because I had an opinion about Bobby Valentino. Because at the end of the day, he know that I like to do my research and I love music and stuff like that. And he got mad because I called Bobby Valentino a tranny chaser. Like this nigga get mad over small shit. Then another time we had an argument because, all right, I think I already told. I don't know if I told YouTube, but another time I remember we had an argument because I was on probably Instagram or TikTok, and it's this actor named Christian Keys. Y'all may know him from Medea movies. He's on that show, All the Queen's Men with Eva. He in a lot of movies. He do singing. He be doing a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who I'm talking to. He a light skinned guy with a cross tattoo on his chest, and he's in a lot of movies, plays. If y'all watch Medea, y'all seen him in Medea Goes to Jail. He was he her nephew, Sonny? Anyway, so Christian Keys is on Instagram, and I was watching his live stream where he would talk about how he was sexually assaulted by I guess a Hollywood executive or somebody in Hollywood that's very famous, but he ain't say no names. So this was one night. Another night, I'm scrolling through TikTok, and somebody on TikTok was talking about the whole Christian Keys situation. So he ended up calling me as I'm in the middle of just talking out loud, talking to myself, reacting and getting my opinion on what was said. So as he's calling me and I answer and I'm still talking, he like, what happened? What's going on? So I'm explaining to him what happened and how I feel about it. We could have just carried on with whatever conversation he's about to have when he called me. That turned to a whole argument because he didn't agree with what I was saying. Man, I'm telling you. It used to be the stupidest shit. I swear to God. Everything could go good for about a week, maybe 2 weeks, mm, hopefully a month. And then next thing you know, we could be having a conversation and he might not agree with something that I said or something I did, and it would cause a whole argument. It gets to the point where he would even call his baby mom, her daughter, the mother-in-law. He'll call all the kids in the goddamn room, thinking that that's gonna make me change my opinion of how I feel. And I'm like, nigga, you could call whoever the hell you want. I said what I said. But what really was crazy is the last conversation we had when he got mad because he asked me a question about school and stuff, and I gave him an answer that he didn't agree with. That pretty much wasn't his business anyway. And he got his feelings, started calling me out my name while we was talking, and now we haven't talked since December. Yep, surely haven't. And the reason why and you already know the reason why me and the other friend we ain't near friends. I haven't seen that boy in years. I haven't been to Delaware in well around that area or around them in years. It's just crazy. I don't know. And I started thinking to myself, and I was asking questions like, is this a Virgo thing? Why I had two friendships with two people that was Virgos, and they just out of nowhere fell. But I already knew the friendship with Rich was going to be doomed from the start because We became friends with drama involved. Him and my cousin wasn't talking. They're separated. She told me about him, showed me pictures and shit like that. Then eventually we end up talking on Facebook and became friends while they're separated. And he had talked about how much he missed her and some other things, and how much he wanted to see his son. Uh, and then eventually they got back together. Then eventually we always, I went to Delaware for the first time and I met everybody. And there was a lot, and there was several family members who didn't agree with the fact that I was in Delaware because they didn't like him or his family, so they wanted to know why was I in Delaware with them. And to my understanding, I'm like, at the end of the day, I don't know what happened between y'all. It ain't had shit to do with me. I can't judge you too because what y'all went through. I don't know the full story. But little do I know, as the years went by, maybe I should have stayed away. But every time people was giving me those warnings, I was like, I just kept being forgiven. Same thing with my friendship with Danny. Every time I seen the warnings, I kept being forgiven. And then it just got to where I'm like, all right, enough is enough. This is deja vu. This is repeated history. I'm not about to keep kissing people ass and y'all just want to be disrespectful. So yeah, I haven't been around the Delaware crowd since 2000 and probably 17, and I haven't talked to Danny in December. And I just look at it like I just gotta be careful. I gotta be careful. I gotta pick who I call a friend wisely. Stop giving people chances that they don't deserve. Stop allowing people to talk to you and treat you any way they want. And if they can't treat you the way you treat them, you gotta push the motherfuckers away and cut them off. And don't cut them off for a while. Then you start missing them, and then somehow they appear back in my life. No, I mean like cut them off for good. Like cut them off to the point if you ever see them again, it's no words. You act like you don't even know them. But yeah, y'all, shit is crazy. I've just been sitting here thinking to myself about different stuff that was going on. I'll probably hit y'all up tomorrow and finish reading this book because I keep reading about like a couple of chapters and I just stopped. So yeah, I'm gonna get back at y'all tomorrow and I'm gonna finish reading the R. Kelly book.